Several intriguing storylines of this matchup. Of course, Team USA has to go up against the #1 ranked team in the country. But, of course, there's the Salima Davidson factor, returning to Rec Hall, where she was a 2-time Big Ten Player of the Year and led this Penn State program to the Final Four on 2 different occasions. And Terry Zamitis, who played with her during her freshman season, knows how great it is to have her back in Rec Hall.
Salima's a great player. I played with her my freshman year, and she's a great leader. She can bring a lot to a team, chemistry-wise. It'll be weird playing against her because I've never played against her. I've only played with her. I hope to play with her again, maybe someday. It'll be great though to see her in Rec Hall again, have her back. I mean, she's just, everyone loves her.
Well, I think it's, you know, I mean, the main reason we agreed to play the national team was Salima's involvement in the team. We don't need to increase the level of competition on our schedule, and certainly in the midst of the Big Ten season, but I just think the opportunity to showcase not only her special talents as a Pennsylvania native and volleyball player, but certainly the relationship that she had with the fans at Penn State and our crowds in particular should be, I hope, rewarding for her this evening.
So Penn State against the USA national team. There is Salima Davidson. She is the game co-captain this evening for Team USA. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for each side. First of all, Garner, Weston, Jackson, Stirk, Downey, and Salima Davidson. That is the lineup for Team USA. And for Penn State, Terry Zamitis, Lauren Kachimani, Bonnie Bremner, Carrie Schoenfeld, Christy Cochran, and Lindsay Anderson. We are set to go. So far, 2 wins for Team USA against college teams, taking out Kansas State in 3 straight games, and Nebraska, a team Penn State defeated in Madison, Wisconsin in the Big 12 Big Ten Challenge. Took them out in 3 straight games, and Terry Zamitis gets things started for Penn State. And so Team USA will get its shot, and serving for Team USA is Carrie Downey from La Mesa, California, went to the University of Colorado. Put in the World University team in 1992. Bremner for Kachimani. And Penn State gets the side out.
Penn State's a good side-out team. They're big, they're strong, and they've got good passers to control the ball. Penn State really needs to go and serve tough to the national team, give them as much trouble they can get. And what do you know? We have an ace by Bonnie Bremner.
Allison Weston could not handle it. And Allison Weston has handled virtually everything in her career. She has had an outstanding career.
She has indeed. Very strong, talented player.
Zamitis digs that one out. Schoenfeld. Davidson now sets. Weston. Good dig out there by Bonnie Bremner. But a net violation is called.
Carrie just lost where she was for a little bit. Ball's going tight to the net. She tries to take a big swing to be aggressive, and she's just too tight.
Jenny Jackson. Serve it up. Over Ohio State Buckeye. Salima Davidson. Nice play there by Terry Zamitis.
Okay, Penn State can't be tentative and hit down balls at them like that, because you'll see what you just saw. A good transition on quick attack out of the middle. Penn State needs to be very aggressive with their swings.
Michigan State's Valerie Stirk with the kill, ties it 1-1. Bremner sets it up. Quickly, Penn State, Carrie Schoenfeld. One more time, Lindsay Anderson can't put it away. Kachimani can't. Good blocking at the net by Team USA. One more time for Schoenfeld. And unable to handle it, Team USA, as Jenny Jackson could not handle it.
The U.S. team is putting a very solid double block everywhere across the net. And Penn State's using them high off the hands, which is a very good strategy. You can't hit right into the middle of the block. And the defense is just having a little trouble getting all the deflections right now.
Great job there at the net by Lindsay Anderson and Lauren Kachimani.
Penn State's got a very big block as well.
1-1. Davidson. Oh, Kachimani blocked that one. Second try. They go outside. There's Penn State again.
Laura's got very good footwork across the net. She's quick. She's big. She can block in the middle and quick, see the ball's going outside, get out there and set up a good offensive block.
First of the big
comes outside. She sets up on the hitter. Boom.
First of the Big Ten in blocks. You can see why there. So serving it up now for Team USA will be Christine Garner. She was part of the Goodwill Games, where she was a silver medalist. Bremner can't make it work there. Bremner again. The dink by Kachimani. And at the net is Christy Cochran. And
Carrie Downing gets the ball outside, stuck a little outside the antenna. She tries to make a roll shot, an intelligent shot across the net. She just didn't contact the ball correctly.
Serving now for Penn State is Lindsay Anderson.
Christy gets her hands up, which is good to make the ball go up.
And net violation on Team USA, and Penn State takes a 2-1 lead. Oh, Lindsay Anderson, one more time. The 6-foot junior from Crystal Lake, Illinois, doesn't make it happen.
Well, you can't make points when you're serving the ball out of bounds, but at least they're trying to have aggressive serves, and I definitely think they need that.
Michigan State's Valerie Sturck serving it up. Bremner, left-hander took it herself there. Keep it alive. Again, Bremner. The net was Zomaitis. Christy Cochran. Weston can't handle it.
That's a nice net play. Christy's very strong. She just swings hard all night long. She could have that happen on every play.
145 kills for her this season. Christy Cochran now will put it in play.
A jump serve is a very high-risk serve, but it's also a very aggressive serve. And definitely think Coach Rose is giving them the go-ahead on that.
No setup there. Davidson now goes outside to Weston, and at the net is Carrie Schoenfeld.
Carrie's all by herself. Kachimani was just a little late, but Carrie turned it in very well and just put it inside the court.
Terry Zomaitis serves it. Davidson sets for Team USA. 3 serving 1.
National team's running some X plays where the outside hitter or the right side hitter crosses into the middle. And I'm sure we'll see a lot more of it.
And that time Allison Weston made it pay off on a side out, the 1996 Morgan Trophy winner. Jump serve and a violation. And side out, Bonnie Bremner, the left-handed setter. You see Russ Rose right there. 601 career victories. Career win number 600 took place Friday night with a win over Illinois. Kachimani outside to Schoenfeld. Bremner saves it there. Zomaitis to Carey. 4 serving 1. So a good start for Penn State. The top-ranked team in collegiate volleyball playing with some confidence early. Bonnie Bremner. Here's Davidson. Weston is stuck at the net.
Okay, the crowd did not like how she received that ball. She's received it with her hands. That's a new additional rule or whatever, that they're being much more lenient on how you serve receive, and they are allowing you to do that overhand.
The Penn State Sports Network would like to welcome those watching on Fox Sports Pittsburgh, WNBT TV Falls Church, Virginia, and WPSX TV, Penn State Public Broadcasting. Well, so far, game 1, it's Penn State leading by a score of 5-1. We talked in the open, Leanne, about chemistry, which is critical in volleyball. Penn State, of course, an established collegiate team. Do you see chemistry problems so far for Team USA?
Well, I think it's just going to take a little bit for them to get comfortable in this gym. And I think that you're going to see some better volleyball out of them. They're not through yet. But yes, they are going to have some chemistry problems. They don't know each other that well. They're all stars from great programs, and they have to learn how to be a team all over again.
Knuckleball serve there by Bonnie Bremner, and it's 6 serving 1.
That's a nice shot if you can get it to fall in. Just a little long for Christine Garner.
Bonnie Sturck overshoots it. 7-1 Penn State. A sensational start for the nation's top-ranked team. Bonnie Bremner. Davidson goes wide. Bremner, Lindsay Anderson, Carrie Schoenfeld.
Penn State's getting a lot of confidence. They're looking at who they're playing and saying, you know what, we're winning, and we have got a great block and a great team, and they're really starting to feel it come together. And that chemistry is just going to get all that much stronger. Now, for the national team, they're thinking to themselves, okay, we should be winning this game. We're the national team. We have all the experience. And they're going to get frustrated. And if Penn State capitalizes on that frustration, we could have a Penn State victory tonight.
Carrie Schoenfeld really frustrated them there, and there's Bonnie Bremner serving it. Davidson keeps it alive. Weston blocked by Cacciamani. It is 10-1. Well, Cacciamani leads the Big Ten in blocks, Leanne.
He's huge.
6'2".
Great eye-hand coordination. Knows where the ball is going. Good timing and everything.
At the net, there's the block again. Davidson goes outside this time. And that time, Team USA takes to Christine Garner, makes it pay off. The 6-foot outside hitter who went to Arizona State, was an all Pac-10 selection in 1993 and 94. And into the game for the first time is Laura Davis from Wheaton, Illinois, went to Ohio State. Coming out of the lineup is Makisha Hurley. Bremner finds Carrie Schoenfeld, who's having so far a spectacular opening game.
There you're seeing an X play on Penn State, where the outside hitter crosses into the middle and hits out of the middle on attack. Very effective.
So on the side out, Carrie Schoenfeld serves it up. At the net, Christy Cochran with the block. Davidson, oh, nice move inside. On the side out, Allison Weston will serve for the USA national team. 10-1 Penn State.
Yeah. Hit over her.
Tonight we're playing on a sport court that the national team is contracted to play on. Penn State's not used to playing on a surface like this, and it can get very slippy out there. There's nothing like a good wood good wood floor to play on, but the national team's used to it.
A couple of Penn State players, though, would be, Leanne, only in that a sport court is used in the Final Four. So a couple of them have been there before, at Wisconsin and so forth. That's what they had to play on there. And Christy Cochran could not handle that one. 10-3, so USA with back-to-back points. Christy Cochran towels off very quickly. And Allison Weston will serve it again for Team USA. Nice block by Val Sturck at the net. So 3 unanswered points for Team USA, and it's now 4 serving 10. End zone view. Bremner for Cacciamani.
Hey, how about the net?
Davis was there. Schoenfeld saves it. Bremner goes outside to Lindsay Anderson. And a nice play by Zemaitis to keep it alive. And then Cochran goes to the floor. 4 unanswered points for Team USA, and slowly but surely creeping right back into game 1.
I think the national team's starting to feel the flow a little bit, trying to, regroup, let their experience take over.
There's the sport court right there. A little different feel for the sneakers.
Yes, it's very slippy, especially when it gets wet. But even when it's dry, it's still a little slip to it. You don't get that squeaking traction.
Lauren Cacciamani put the hammer down on that one. And on the side out, Lauren will serve. Tia Bowie will come in for the first time for head coach Russ Rose. And what a put away there by Cacciamani. Tia Bowie will serve. Lauren Cacciamani will get a break. Brief discussion with Russ Rose, and then down the bench she goes.
Coach Rose often uses back row specialists as strategy to give his middle blockers rest. His middle blockers are running across the net the entire time, jumping, running in for quick attack, and they need a break.
Zemaitis and Anderson, the dynamic duo there on that block, and it's 11-5, and it's Lindsay Anderson who gets the block. Weston, Bremner, Bowie keeps it alive, but clears the net. Davidson will set it. Outside they go, and there's the put away by Christine Garner. So, side out Team USA. Penn State picked up 1 point in its serve, now leading by 6, 11-5. And serving up is Christine Garner. Schoenfeld. Zamitis.
It was a nice dig by Laura Davis, former Ohio State player, and this gym has seen her many times.
Tia Bowie to Bremner. Oh, what a move by Zamitis.
Bonnie Bremner really has chemistry with her hitters. She's an incredible setter. She puts the ball up. The block is there. Terry feels that block there, and she just chips right along the side of her, down her arm.
And Lindsay Anderson will get a break. And Lulani Slotfelt will come in for the first time. Put it in play. Tia Bowie. Bremner keeps it alive. Cochran could not find the seam. Weston from the back row missed.
Getting some nice defensive plays, nice, smart shots, offensive shots from both sides of the team. Or both teams, I mean.
12-5 Penn State. Job there by Weston, and then Valerie Sturck put it away for a side out. And back in the lineup will be Makisha Hurley for Team USA, and Laura Davis will take a seat. Makisha Hurley went to Barry University in Florida. She's a 6-footer from Coral Gables. Davidson. Bremner outside to Christy Cochran.
Go, go, go.
At the net, Zamitis. Davidson goes outside. Bremner to Zamitis. Can't find the seam as Weston saved it. Outside.
Blocking is playing a huge factor in this game.
Tia Bowie from the back row.
Little miscommunication on Penn State's side, but possible chance to recover this. All right.
Great rally on this point. And finally ends with a dink by Carrie Downing.
Carrie saw that a mile away. The right back defender got pushed real deep because they were hitting deep, and Penn State keeps giving the ball back, and all of a sudden they're playing deep, and Carrie Downing makes an intelligent shot and drops the ball right in front of the defender.
Bremner, Schoenfeld from the back row. Davidson. Weston finds the seam, and it's 12-7. Nittany Lions. Lindsay Anderson will check back in. There's Weston right there. Allison Weston getting every possible honor in 1996 at Nebraska, and certainly will be a key member on Team USA in the future. And there is Lindsay Anderson, who has returned to the lineup for Penn State. Bremner to Christy Cochran. Davidson. Oh, nice dig by a Bowie, but it does not work, and it's 12-8. So Penn State at one point led 10-1, but 7 of the last 9 points have gone to Team USA. And you see it. Head coach Mick Haley. Great career he had at Texas, where he won 522 games. Won the national championship in 1981, 1988, brought the Longhorns to 4 Final Fours during the course of his outstanding 17-year career at Texas, overall 23 years as a head volleyball coach, and now leading Team USA.
I've always had a lot of respect for Mick Haley when I was playing in college against him, and when I heard that he was up for the national team coach, I was very hopeful that he would get it.
You know, Leanne often surfs the web. But for those of you out there who are just novices at it, where you can find out stats and info on the Nittany Lion volleyball team and all other intercollegiate athletic teams here at Penn State on the official website, www.psu.edu, and click on sports, which I have a funny feeling the two of them know how to get on the web easier than I do.
They have an advantage over me.
Terry Zamitis. Side out. Pure power there. The
slide is hard to block. The angle that it's coming at and the reach that you can get on a slide off the basketball layup approach, you really have to seal the net to be able to block it.
Jump serve by Christy Cochran. Davidson. And the put away that time by Makisha Hurley.
I think the national team is getting a little more relaxed. Their passing is better. Their ball control is starting to show through a bit.
Salima Davidson lets it fly too long. And Lauren Kachimani, there's Salima right there. Lauren Kachimani checks in, replacing Tia Bowie, and there is Terry Zamitis ready to serve it up for Penn State. Kachimani with a free ball.
Those are the ones that everybody lives for. They're just the perfect set coming over the net like that. It's just hammer time.
Oh, 3 kills, 4 blocks. That time coming right back for Team USA was Carrie Downey.
Carrie is a great passer. She played for Colorado and ran a swing offense, playing as outside hitter. And although the national team doesn't really run a swing offense, she still is able to run X's and show her athletic ability and how she can explode and fly into the ball, even though she's so small as compared to the rest of some of these girls.
Carrie Downey will serve for Team USA. 12-8, Penn State leads it. Bremner, Kachimani with just enough touch.
It's such an intelligent shot, and it just shows a lot about this young player, the experience that she has being so young, and it helps to have a great role model as Terry Zamitis and seeing those great shots.
And the put away by Lindsay Anderson, catching Team USA napping.
It's contagious.
Game point for Penn State. Anderson, Bremner, Schoenfeld. Net violation, game 1 to Penn State, 15-8. They've done something no other college team has been able to do so far. They've taken a game from Team USA. And needless to say, this joint is rocking. They call a net violation on game point.
It's hard to see the net violation.
All I'll say is somebody saw it. And the point goes to Penn State, and so does game 1. Nebraska and Kansas State couldn't take a game, but the top-ranked Nittany Lions can. They win at 15-8, and you're watching Nittany Lion Volleyball on the Penn State Sports Network.
Skeleton Coast Safari is a mold-breaking series, something quite new in wildlife films. 11 years in the making, filled with new angles and insights, it shows animal life in the depth and detail rarely achieved even in the well-trodden environs of the East African national parks. Here in Namibia, a remote and little-known country, it opens a new window on an unknown world.
Channel 3 for an exciting series about Africa's southwestern coast. Tuesdays at 9.
This is Morning Edition. I'm Bob Edwards.
Good morning. I'm Carl Castle with these headlines.
Hey, WPSU listeners, it's us, Quick and Clark, the Tappet Brothers from Car Talk.
It's All Things Considered. I'm Noah Adams in Washington.
And I'm Linda Wertheimer.
WPSU 91.5, 90.1, and 106.7 is listener-supported public radio from Penn State.
Penn State's rec hall, where the Nittany Lions have gone out and taken game 1 from Team USA, 15-8. Penn State jumped out to a 10-1 lead. Then Team USA steadied itself, able to get back to 12-8, but then Penn State closed out game 1, Leanne, with 3 consecutive points and really played with a lot of confidence down the stretch of game 1.
Penn State does have a lot of confidence. They've had it all year. They're great blockers, they're great defenders, and they've got incredible team chemistry. the confidence of Penn State is at a peak, and I hope they maintain that the entire season.
Well, there's 6 blocks to 1. Penn State's blocking strong in the opening game. Penn State's hitting percentage was 26% in the opening game, while Team USA's hitting percentage was just 11%. Ironically, that's the hitting percentage against Penn State this season. Opponents have only been hitting 12% against Penn State for the season through the opening 15 matches.
Well, I think that's greatly due to the block of Penn State. It's quite impressive.
Third matchup in the last 4 days for Penn State. Russ Rose picked up career win number 600 against Wisconsin Friday night. Or excuse me, against Illinois Friday night. Then they had a super matchup with Wisconsin on Saturday night. 2 teams that really played hard Saturday night. But that ended up being career win number 601 for Russ Rose when they beat Wisconsin Saturday. And after no matchup on Sunday, back to work as they take on Team USA.
Salima Davis right now is doing what she does best. She's getting her girls together, talking to them, trying to get them fired up. She's been in this gym before. She knows what's going on. I've played with this woman. She's a fireball. And she's trying to get her girls a little more confident and say, hey, look, it's time to let's really start playing.
Led Penn State to 2 Final Four appearances. In fact, she was on the all-Final Four team 1 year. Just a sensational player. Bonnie Bremner, Kachimani. Now Team USA. Weston to Downey with the dink. And at the net, Hurley with the soft block. And Team USA gets the early lead in game 2. Salima Davidson will serve it up again for Team USA. The knuckleball fielded by Zamitis at the net. Downey and Hurley right there. Bremner left-handed. And a net violation, side out for Penn State.
Well, the violations are really starting to rack up for the national team, and that could really, you know, be an inhibiting factor for them. Right now, though, I think ball control is what's going to win these games.
And a great job there by Carrie Downey, finding the seam off the set by Salima Davidson.
Carrie's a very intelligent player. Because of her size, she's learned all the shots, and she knows when to use them.
Carrie is 5'10", not your typical 6'1", 6'2" player. Lindsay Anderson at the net, and Davidson could not save it, and the side out. So Team USA with a 1-0 lead here in game 2 after Penn State took the opener 15-8. Carrie Schoenfeld will serve it for the Nittany Lions. Davidson finds Weston. And a point for Penn State as Weston missed it. 1-1.
Weston's really hitting deep tonight. She's had quite a few long errors, and she has the ability to really get on top of the ball. And I think when we see her do that, you'll know it.
So on the side out, the block goes out of bounds.
There's a big outside block. There's no getting through that. You have to hit off the top or hit around it, but you can't hit through it.
A service error by Makisha Hurley, so Penn State gets it right back on the side out. Tied at 1 in game 2. Christy Cochran. That's Salima Davidson. Weston. Bremner for Kachimani, and there is Zamitis recovering.
That is such a great play. Here we have Terry Zamitis at the net, knowing she's not going to get the ball. Lauren is coming right over top of her, so she's got perfect angle for coverage if the ball is blocked.
Garner tried to force the issue there. Kachimani from the back row misses, and it's 1-2.
That was a little crazy, but at least she's being real aggressive because she knows that this team, you can't just give them down balls, so they'll bring it to you.
Also Weston with the serve. Davidson takes advantage. Schoenfeld. Anderson goes to the scoring table. Sturck blocked at the net. The blocking continues to be a strength for Penn State.
It is indeed. Salima gets a good pass. She gives a nice set. But you just can't hit through that block.
And there is Salima Davidson. All the shots.
Salima's been doing that for a long time, and she's really good at it.
2-1 Penn State. Serving for Team USA will be Christine Garner. Went to Arizona State, all Pac-10, 1993 and 94. Bremner for Zamitis. Davidson saved it and just will get it over the net. Bremner takes it herself and finds the back area right in the corner.
Bonnie thinks to herself, okay, Salima, you're going to set the ball. Well, try out this one for size.
What really helps, though, is Zemaitis goes up and carries through her fake completely.
Definitely.
Draws a crowd, and Bremner finds the hole.
Gets everybody sitting in their defense, ready for that hard hit, and then this ball goes way over their heads, just sneaking into the corner.
Davidson for Sturck. Valerie Sturck with relative ease puts it home.
Valerie has liked slides and back sets behind the setter, and she just proves it again that is one of her favorite shots.
And inside they work it as Keys could not get to it, and a side out, and Terry Zemaitis now will serve it up for Penn State. What an outstanding career the senior from Downers Grove, Illinois has had. Davidson to Downey outside.
That deflects off the ball. That's another intelligent shot by Carrie Downing. Ball's going all the way out to the antenna, and she knows that that block is going to be set there, sealing off the antenna. She has to use the block and hit it off the block, out of bounds.
Bremner to the line, got it. (2-1) Penn State, and Bonnie Bremner.
It's a great dig up tight to the net and just throws it deep.
Left-hander puts it in play. Hurley. Oh, nice dig out there by Bremner. Anderson this time sets it up for Schoenfeld. Sturck just has to get it over the net. Bremner in charge, and Cacciamani makes it pay off.
Penn State is playing very smart. They've got long shots down the sideline. They've got tips. They've got this, and they're using them all, and I think they're really starting to frustrate the national team.
Davidson outside for Keys. Sturck keeps it alive. Keys one more time. A job done there by Kimberly Keys, the 6-footer from Whittier.
Keys knows that she needs to come in here and be aggressive and just to go in and take a big hard swing and see what happens.
1,463 career kills at Cal Santa Barbara, where she was all Big West. That time, nothing happened for Penn State at the net. 3-2 Nittany Lions says Team USA gets a point.
Carrie Downing is jump serving, but she's contacting the ball so that it floats. It's not a topspin ball.
And at the net, the block doesn't work that time, and tied at 3 in game 2. Penn State won the opening game 15-8, jumping out to a 10-1 lead. Eventually, Team USA closed the gap to 12-8. Penn State scored the final 3 points of game 1 to put it away. Cochran at the net, sails into Souvenir Country, and Penn State gets the side out. Carrie Schoenfeld. On the deep serve. And side out. Team USA.
Made them think about it. They wanted to play that ball.
I thought for a moment it deflected off her.
Well, I think they saw it happening and knew to get out of the way.
Bremner for Anderson, and Hurley can't handle the Anderson shot.
That ball is perfect. She has a shot down the line that the block is not taking, and Bonnie's putting the ball right on the sideline, so all that Carrie can just hit right down the line.
And in the lineup for Penn State, Jen Burtis, 5'2" senior from Orwigsburg.
Another relief for a middle blocker. And a very good defensive specialist she is, very quick.
Christy Cochran puts it away. 4-3, Penn State retakes the lead.
Something about Penn State is that really you've got big hitters in every position of the court. It's not just coming from the middle blockers. It's coming, numbers are coming from all of the players.
Garner blocked by Anderson, but it sails out of bounds. So on the side out. Of course, it sailed right by us. I thought I saw it written in your contract, no contact at all.
Well, they certainly didn't pay any attention to that during the opening.
Took one right off the shoulder. Anderson. Oh, Kim Keys could not dig it out that time. Gave a great effort.
She was standing up just a little bit, and the time that it took her to get back down to defensive position where she should be was the time that she needed to save in order to go after that ball.
4-3, Penn State leads Team USA. Davidson goes outside for Kimberly Keys. Saved by Bremner. Schoenfeld just gets it over the net. Davidson goes outside for Garner. Blocked at that net. Taken care of there by Cochran. Cochran with the dink.
No back attack from Carrie Downing.
And Zamitis. Make sure it sails over our heads.
Again.
5-3, Nittany Lions. Well, it's up to the statistician to protect us. And a service error.
I'll protect you, Steve.
It's the 90s.
That's right.
Serving for Team USA, Christine Garner. And back-to-back service errors. Penn State won that opening game 15-8. And Nikki Higley, the 6-foot junior from North Branch, Minnesota, checks in for the first time. Christy Cochran will get a break. Puts it in play. Downey, cross court. Oh, and at the net. Zamitis combining with Schoenfeld that time. The replay will tell us which one it was. That was spectacular.
The national team sets outside balls very high, which in turn gives Penn State time to set up a big block, and that might not always be the smartest thing to do against big blockers.
And that time Carrie Downey put it away side out, so it's 6-3 Penn State here in game 2. And serving for Team USA will be Valerie Stirk. And Jen Burtis will go out. And Lauren Kachimani comes back in. And evidently he's happy to be in there. Just making sure she's loose. Zamitis.
A good tick. Oh.
At the net, Carrie Schoenfeld says no way to Salima Davidson.
Salima felt that coming and knew where she was, knew that she wanted to do it, but Carrie just read her. That's Carrie's responsibility, and she did it.
And a service ace for Terry Zamitis. 7-3 Penn State, and timeout for Team USA. Nick Haley felt it was time to call one. And the Nittany Lions so far getting the job done. And this volleyball match is a copyrighted telecast of the Penn State Sports Network, Penn State Intercollegiate Sports, and Penn State Public Broadcasting. Penn State won the opening game 15-8, jumped out to a 10-1 lead. Then Team USA steadied the ship, climbed to within 4, 12-8, but then Penn State closed with a flourish, and it was 15-8 in that opening game. Now in game 2, Penn State has run off 4 unanswered points to lead 7-3. Well, Russ Rose so far pulling all the right strings with this team. 15-0 this season, 4-0 in the Big Ten. They've won 31 straight non-conference matches at Rec Hall. You talk about a true home court advantage, whether it's sport court or wood floor. Rec Hall is a gigantic advantage for Penn State volleyball. Davidson for Hurley. There, dig it out as Higley. Davidson again. Garner. And a side out on a net violation. So Salima Davidson one more time.
Stay in front right now.
First alternate for the Olympic team. Now getting more of a chance here with Team USA.
Good pass by Nikki Higley.
Bremner kept it alive, but it sails out of bounds. So that breaks the run of 3 unanswered points by Penn State. Actually 4 unanswered points by Penn State, and it's 7-4 Nittany Lions. Salima Davidson will serve it for Team USA. Bremner. Stirk is right there. Weston taken care of at the net by Lauren Kachimani. Kachiamani just continues to develop as a player almost every single game. She's a real force.
She's really starting to feel her responsibility and her talent and getting very confident with who she's becoming as a woman athlete.
As we mentioned in the Open, you don't get to be number one on the shoulders of one player. Zamitis is doing her thing. Bremner's doing her thing. Schoenfeld, Cochran, Bremner, back row specialist, Kachiamani, Lindsay Anderson. I mean, her contributions, Tia Buioff, you know, they bring her in at certain points.
It's as much of a team effort as you can find. They've got great talent, evenly distributed throughout their team, even down through their bench. And they really can feel that sense and really bond to that. And their chemistry is just wonderful.
Well, 3 consecutive points now for Team USA, and it is 7-6 Penn State. So 6 serving 7. And putting it in play will be Carrie Downing. A timeout for head coach Russ Rose. The orchestrator will now steady his team here in game 2 after 3 unanswered points by Team USA. 7-6 now. Penn State leading Team USA here in game 2 after Penn State won that opening game 15-8. Here's Team USA right there. And so far, for the most part, Team USA has not substituted liberally. They've really kept, for the most part, the same cast on the floor with 1 or 2 substitutions, Leanne.
Yeah, they've had a few, but I really think that Mick Haley knows that he needs to find chemistry, and he wants to lead those girls in there, get a feel for one another, and, you know, let their true talents really come out by working together.
So it's 6 serving 7, and back to work is Carrie Downing. On the World University team in 1992. Bremner goes outside for Schoenfeld.
Nice dig by Carrie Downing.
And Team USA ties it at 7. 4 unanswered points from the USA national team. Jump serve again by Carrie Downing. Bremner, Kachiamani sails. And 8-7 Team USA. For the first time in the match, they lead.
Perhaps it'll give them some confidence and a little team unity that they might get a bigger lead.
9-7 Team USA.
However, there's no breaking the chemistry that Penn State has.
So into the game, it will be Emily Stout replacing Carrie Schoenfeld. Emily Stout making her first appearance as Carrie is on the sidelines.
Emily's a very talented player, and I would bet you that if she were on any other collegiate team, she would be starting. She's that good.
Downey was taken care of that time. Side out. And now Penn State down to 9-7 has an opportunity now to make up some ground. And Emily Stout will be the one to put it in play. Davidson for Weston, blocked at the net. Net violation, though, on Lauren Kachiamani. Side out, Team USA. And Laura Davis will come back in. There's Lauren Kachiamani right there. Lakeisha Hurley will go out, and Laura Davis will serve it up for Team USA.
I think it's important right now for Penn State to stay calm and concentrate on ball control and blocking, because it's been so successful for them so far.
Lindsay Anderson put it away as Davis could not handle it, and a side out. And Lauren Kachiamani will now get her opportunity to put it in play. There's Laura Davis right there. There's the serve of Kachiamani. Weston puts the hammer down, and a side out, Team USA.
It's more of the Allison Weston that Nebraska fans are used to watching. We had a good pass on that play. Salima put a very nice 2-ball in the middle of the court. 2-ball is the name of the set. It's about 2 feet high. And Allison was able to cut it back so that it didn't hit the block.
And Valerie Sturck gets the put away, and Team USA with 6 unanswered points and a 10-7 lead. Emily Stout goes out. Carrie Schoenfeld back in for head coach Russ Rose, and the rhythmic clap from this large crowd at Rec Hall. In the back row, Cacciamani, and Valerie Stirk could not handle it. Side out, Penn State. So it's 7 serving 10, and Lindsay Anderson now will put it in play.
You really got to penetrate on the net, and she's over the net and penetrating, but it just wiped off of her forearm instead of her hand.
Gardner outside, blocked by Bremner. Stirk, and there's Schoenfeld. Bremner. Weston keeps it alive. Outside to Gardner. Good job by Cacciamani, but it sails out of bounds, and Team USA gets it back on the side out. 10 serving 7. Christine Gardner will put it in play for Team USA.
The national team seems to be more confident, more relaxed, a little bit more into a groove of what they're doing. And still showing some frustration, however.
Allison Weston just handled the ball there she should have backed away from. She was standing right on the baseline when she fielded that.
So that if it's at her waistline where she played it, it should be out. Yeah, that's very controversial right now, the overhand serve reception. A lot of people don't like the look of it. It's very sloppy, but it's legal.
10-8. Penn State picks up a point there, breaking the Team USA run. Higley off the net. Stirk, and a net violation on Team USA. It's 10-9. So Team USA had run off 7 unanswered points, and now back-to-back points by the Nittany Lions to make it 10-9. Team USA. And Weston couldn't handle it, and it falls between Weston and Downey in frustration there.
That's an incredible play by Laura Davis. It's something that we've seen Laura Davis do ever since her Ohio State days. She's a great hustler. She's tough as nails, and she goes for everything. And that was just a miscommunication. She makes a great play, and then they're as though they're shocked.
Kimberly Keys, the 6-footer from Whittier, comes in. Whittier, California. And a service error by Penn State. 10-10 as Makisha Hurley comes back and Laura Davis sits down.
Salima Davidson is trying to really take charge of her team right now. Get some productivity out of it.
Cacciamani, oh, with power right to the seam. Side out. And Terry Zomaitis will serve for Penn State.
Laura's a big, strong hitter and very aggressive out of the back row. Takes a big swing and scores. You know, a big part of this game, like, why are they playing each other? You know, obviously it's an exhibition game for the national team to find some continuity and some chemistry and, you know, learn how to play together. For Penn State, it's a learning experience to see what they're up against, you know, see where they can be. And I think what Penn State might be figuring out right now is that these girls on Penn State's team are good enough to be a part of the national team, maybe not for a few years, but they're in there.
Discussion there with Mick Haley and one of the officials. Whatever it is, he's satisfied enough to allow the match to go on. 11-10, Penn State leads it. So Midas puts it in play. It is Salima Davidson, over the shoulder. And we'll be talking with Salima Davidson and Russ Rose between games 2 and 3. So we'll look forward to that, as Salima just made a spectacular over-the-shoulder move there. There's Russ. He remembers that move. So Midas from the back row and nets it. 11-11. Penn State won the opening game 15-8. We're an 11-11 tie in game 2. And the Rose-Davidson combination coming up between games 2 and 3. And a net violation, side out, Penn State. So in an 11-11 tie, the left-hander Bonnie Bremner, the sophomore setter from Illinois.
Makisha Hurley really needs to make a conscious effort to stay out of the net. There's just too many violations.
Well, Zomaitis did everything she could there, and it sailed away. Side out for Team USA. And the jump serve. of Carrie Downing. And a service ace for a 12-11 Team USA lead.
That's kind of a deceiving serve, because here she's jump serving. You're expecting a hard topspin ball with a lot of power behind it, and she's just putting her hand in a fist, hitting the ball right through the center of the ball, making it float, and it sort of wiggles as it carries through the air and then drops.
Game 2 has been a game of runs so far. It was a 3-3 tie that Penn State ran off 4 unanswered points to take a 7-4 lead. Team USA then ran off 7 unanswered points to take a 10-7 lead. Penn State came right back, though, and it's seesawed back and forth since, and now it's 12-11 Team USA here in Game 2. Russ Rose's team took Game 1 15-8. So far, his team has given Himley and really maximum effort.
Indeed. They've got nothing to lose here. They just want to see how they match up, give the best game they can play, and have a lot of fun with it.
It's a lot of fun when you're up 15-11 in kills.
Indeed.
So after that service ace by Carrie Downey, she'll put it in play again. And she skimmed the tape.
She dropped her elbow a little bit on that one, and I think she was perhaps trying to go a little shorter on her serve.
Carrie Schoenfeld puts it in play for Penn State. Weston to Davidson. Weston on the return, and a side out for Team USA.
That's a nice play. A good controlled pass to Salima. Beautiful set, which is another 2-ball, 2 feet, well, a little higher, 3 feet higher than the net. And Allison Weston just cranks.
Remner. Nikki Higley. Good save there by Makisha Hurley. Garner puts it away, and Team USA with a 13-11 lead.
That dig was by Salima. Penn State fans will be upset with you.
Yes, Salima Davidson dug that out, not Makisha Hurley. You're not only protecting me for any ball sailing here, you're protecting my back as well.
Don't want any riots breaking out or anything.
That's right. Bremner. Lindsay Anderson, side out.
She's hitting high off the hands, and it's deflecting just out of the reach of the defenders.
So Lauren Cacciamani will put it in play. Davidson for Sturck at the net. Penn State with the block. Anderson and Zamitis both there, and it's 13-12 Team USA.
Penn State spends a lot of time on blocking, and you can just see it. They enjoy doing it. They're very attentive to their hitters. They watch where they're going, and they set up, and they stuff block all the time.
Christine Garner. Zamitis. Christine Garner at the net was Zamitis. Hurley saved that one. Bremner. Zamitis, a 13-13 tie in Game 2.
This is a great effort by Salima, but just a little short.
Timeout, Team USA. That is the Zamitis touch.
Indeed.
Well, just when Penn State appeared to be teetering just a bit, the Nittany Lions come right back. And don't forget, our next telecast on the Penn State Sports Network will be Saturday, October 25th, the matchup between Penn State and their Big Ten arch rival, the Spartans of Michigan State. Check your local listings for details.
The national team right now seems to be getting a little bit more success out of the middle of court, partially because you're up against a single block, Terry Zamitis or Lauren Cacciamani, but you have much better odds when you're against one blocker as opposed to when you're hitting on the outside and you've got 2 blockers. So if the national team, really passes well and they can run more quick middle transition, I think they'll see a little more success.
Penn State looks for the lead here. Davidson, Weston, Remner for Christy Cochran, and a side out. Team USA now has the chance to take the lead. Game 2 hanging in the balance, and Allison Weston will put it in play. Knuckleball handled by Cochran. Zamitis forced that one over and then takes care of business second time around.
I think some of the national team girls were worried, or not worried, but thought that Zamitis reached over the net and broke the plane. And It might have been close, but she was certainly all over the top of that ball.
Christine Garner was all over that one. Lauren Kachimani could not handle it. And in a 13-13 tie in game 2, it will be Christine Garner putting it in play as Team USA looks for the lead. Bremner from the back row, Kachimani. Oh, so delicate, and a side out.
Lauren goes up, and partially because she's so tall and court smart, she sees what's going on in the court and just lays it in just so nicely. She's well aware that that's an open shot.
Nikki Higley replaces Christy Cochran for Penn State, and Nikki Higley will be the one to put it in play. Davidson, Stirk puts the hammer down.
That was lovely. I used to hit those sets off Salima.
Val Stirk with her 7th kill of this match.
That's a great play. Those are so much fun. You can really fly in the air and explode into the ball and get some power behind it.
Kachimani keeps it alive. Bremner for some minus.
That was gorgeous. She had no block. Middle blocker went up with the setter because Bonnie is a very offensive threat, and she left her middle blocker alone. And in Zamitis' case, that's a very powerful mistake.
Still 13-13. Carrie Downing. Good dig there by Penn State.
Oh.
Side out for Team USA.
Block for points now. Come on, block for points now.
You can hear in the background Mick Haley telling his team, block for points. Salima Davidson puts it in play. Cochran outside Schoenfeld. Woo! Block for points, and Penn State played it perfectly. They went to block, and she cleared it with relative ease, and there was no help.
USA's defense is sitting back, expecting the hard hit ball, and Penn State sees that and takes the opportunity on an easy tip.
Allison Weston. There's Christy Cochran. Bremner. Zamitis. Davidson there takes care of it. Weston. Lindsay Anderson outside for Schoenfeld. Allison Weston. Oh, great job there.
We're getting some nice defensive plays from both sides of the net right now.
It's Christy Cochran who made that play. Anderson. Save there. Schoenfeld just gets it over the net. Nikisha Hurley cannot convert. Penn State retakes the lead, 14-13, and now the Nittany Lions, after winning game 1 15-8, has game point in game 2.
I think Nikisha may be hurting right now. Her leg is wrapped. It could be shin splints. I'm not really sure of what could be the problem, but on that play, her and Salima could have just miscommunicated or, just didn't connect. But it looks like Nikisha's not jumping as high right now.
And if Team USA wants to beat Penn State, they better do it in 3 straight games. Game 2 to the Nittany Lions, 15-13, as Penn State runs off 4 unanswered points to close game 2. Here it is again. This one here was just a well-played point by Penn State. A lot of effort.
See how high their outside sets are? The middle blocker gets to block on the outside hitter every time. She's got plenty of time to get there and close the block.
There was the effort by Christy Cochran we talked about.
It's a great dig by her.
And finally, Penn State able to get the job done. This is the one that put them in front, 14-13, and eventually they got to set point. And on set point, on game point right here, the miss, sailing outside, and the Nittany Lions take it 15-8, 15-13, and now the opportunity is at hand in game 3. Penn State out to a great start. We'll be back with more after this on the Penn State Sports Network.
There are few places left in the world that can truly be called paradise. These are the living Edens. encounter the earth as it was thousands of years ago, untamed, undiscovered. Experience Manu, Peru's hidden rainforest, as Reader's Digest World presents The Living Edens, coming in November.
Skeleton Coast Safari is a mold-breaking series, something quite new in wildlife films. 11 years in the making, filled with new angles and insights, it shows animal life in the depth and detail rarely achieved even in the well-trodden environs of the East African national parks. Here in Namibia, a remote and little-known country, it opens a new window on an unknown world.
Join Channel 3 for an exciting series about Africa's southwestern coast. Tuesdays at 9.
Welcome back between games 2 and 3, and we're with Penn State head coach Russ Rose and also Salima Davidson, who are certainly a dynamic duo in the middle of this decade and going to a couple of Final Fours. Russ, is the relationship between a setter and a coach much like it would be that fans can relate to between a quarterback and a coach? Is that very much the same way?
Yeah, you know, certainly if they're getting along, it is. Yeah, I think that it's a positive relationship. Certainly the relationship I've had with Salima and many of the other setters that I've had, and even that I have with Bonnie Bremner, is a very special one. All of them are different as people, and it's my responsibility to find what works best with those people and still have them facilitate what we need to get done with the team.
Salima, how would you describe that 4-year relationship you have with Russ, and how did it evolve over time?
Well, it was definitely a ride. We had the best time, even from my freshman year. You know, I was a little bit crazy as a setter, and I had a lot to learn. And I think, you know, Coach helped me with that over the years, and I got better and better. And as I got better, I think our relationship grew stronger. We've always been able to joke with one another and keep a relaxed atmosphere in the gym and still be able to work hard. So I think it was a very special relationship.
Russ, do you work a setter harder than you do others because everything is funneled through there, or is it really equal among all players?
Well, I think all the players need to work hard, and certainly the relationship and the demands that are placed on the setter, whether they're placed on by me or by the opposing teams or by the expectations of their teammates, it's something that all of the coaches need to be involved in for sure. And certainly, you know, the relationships are challenged at times and they're stressed at times, but as long as we realize that, you know, these people are all trying to help and we're all trying, I want the players to have a good time and I want them to have fun. And you know, certainly as you talk about that time during the middle of the decade, you know, I mean, I think Salima's smile was a lot that people really enjoyed looking at, and I've always had a real easy ability to make her laugh.
I have to ask you, though, how much are you benefiting now from that relationship you had at Penn State, and how much mentally tougher are you now in a USA national situation because of the experience at Penn State?
I think there were a lot of things that happened at Penn State. The fact that I was the starting setter for 4 years it was tough. It was wonderful and hard at the same time. And I think it made me stronger, and it helped me develop a leadership role earlier than maybe I even anticipated. So I think right now, as the captain of the national team and the only veteran and all of those things, I think it's really helped me, and I know how to work with the team. I think I have a little advantage because of the way things happen here at Penn State.
Salima, Russ, thanks so much.
Thank you.
We'll have more from Rec Hall with Game 3, USA and Penn State on the Penn State Sports Network.
There are few places left in the world that can truly be called paradise. These are the
play sports.
Penn State won the opening game 15-8 and then rallied in the second game to win it by a score of 15-13. I'm Steve Jones along with Leanne Kling. Great to have you with us. It's been certainly outstanding so far, and Terry Zamitis has been able, Leanne, so far to score in a variety of ways.
She is, and they're passing very well, and that enables her to get the ball. Bonnie can set her if the ball's there, and she made great transition on that play, too. She pulled off the net. And now's another example of just a heads-up ball, you know, seeing where you can hit on the court.
Well, Team USA took out Kansas State and Nebraska in straight games. So far, though, it's been all Penn State, leading 15-8, 15-13 as we get ready now for Game 3. And here are the numbers so far. The hitting percentage for Team USA certainly went up in Game 2. They were at 12% after Game 1. Now they're up to 17%. Penn State falling back just a bit to 23%. But there's the blocks that you've talked about repeatedly. So we go to Game 3. Let's see if Team USA can rally and force a fourth win, or whether Penn State can actually take out the USA national team in 3 straight.
And that would be their first loss on the collegiate tour that they're doing right now.
Now Penn State will go with, there's Terry Zamitis right there. Her teammates joining her are Bonnie Bremner, Lauren Cacciamani, Carrie Schoenfeld, Lindsay Anderson, Christy Cochran. And Terry Zamitis will put it in play. She's performed awfully well tonight, which is the norm over the outstanding 4-year career of Terry Zamitis.
And Penn State needs to start this game aggressive and take it.
And Carrie Downey gets a side out right off the top. Penn State has not had any 5-game matches this season. They've had 4 that went 4. They've had 11 where they've won in 3 straight. Anderson for Bremner. There's Cacciamani, side out, Penn State.
I think Penn State's record showing it, you know, that they beat them in 3 or 4 games just shows how much they can dominate a team and strive on their chemistry and frustrate other teams.
Cochran dug that one out, and Zamitis misses. Side out, Team USA still scoreless in Game 3. So putting into play for Team USA will be Jenny Jackson. Went to Ohio State, all Big Ten player in 94-95. Carrie Schoenfeld, Davidson there. Jackson. Schoenfeld, side out, Penn State.
That's really a tentative play by all of the U.S. members. So many of them just watched that ball drop. Someone really needs to step up and take the initiative and be aggressive for the U.S. team.
There's Zamitis. Nice block at the net now by Weston. And a side out.
That was great coverage by Christy Cochran on that block. Another miscommunication. Perhaps both teams are just a bit tentative right now. Great dig, and just to let that drop right now.
Anderson, there's Weston. Davidson will set it up outside.
Oh!
Well, Zamitis gave a great effort. Cochran gave a great effort. And Team USA has the opening point, though, of Game 3.
It's a hard hit ball, deflected on the block, deflected by 3 players, and Chrissy dives for it, just can't save it.
And a service ace for Allison Weston and a 2-0 Team USA lead. Allison Weston now, 2 serving 0. Schoenfeld, Bremner, Cochran. Side out, Penn State.
And smart play to hit high off the hands on the block. If you hit the arms, you know, it has actually more chance of deflecting, but real high off the hands, Linda can't get her big long fingers around it.
So, despite the effort of Allison Weston, Lauren Cacciamani puts Penn State on the board here in Game 3. 2-1 Team USA. Davidson Garner goes cross-court that time. Christine Garner on the side out for Team USA. So Christine Garner, after the put away, now gets the serve. 2-1, USA national team. And that time, Carrie Schoenfeld had a little trouble handling that ball. So it's 3-1, Team USA. No problem there. Bremner for Lindsay Anderson. Davidson sets it up. Allison Weston dug out by Schoenfeld. Cochran off balance but still clears it. Stork's ball handled by Kachimani. There's Zamitis. Weston to Davidson. And a net violation on Team USA.
So I believe the ball hit the antenna on that. It was just set a little too far for even Carrie to reach. It's pushing way far. Oh, it is off Carrie Downing, though. She just couldn't get enough behind the ball to redirect it into the court.
So a point for Penn State, 3-2 Team USA. Penn State won the opener 15-8, took the second game 15-13. Now Team USA with a 3-2 lead. Boy, touch was called. Touch was called, take the point away, make it a side out.
Val Sturck was trying to get that call. She's like, no, that's a touch over there. But the up and down ref didn't see it right away. Line judge had to overrule.
Bonnie Bremner put that one away, so now it's a side out. 3-1 Team USA, and Christy Cochran will put it in play. Zamitis.
It was a nice block by Salima to get up early knowing that Terry's going to hit that ball. Good coverage by Penn State, however.
And
they're there, waiting for it to happen.
Tia Bowie just re-entered along with Terry Zamitis. Kachimani sits down along with Calvin Miller. And that was a point for Penn State off the miss. So they climb within one, 7-6 here in game 3. Tia Bowie, what a delightful personality she has.
She is a charm.
To go with outstanding volleyball skills. Davidson goes outside. So the put away by Christine Garner. So 7 serving 6. Penn State able to climb right back in it. Christine Garner will serve it for Team USA. So off the side out, Team USA with its shot to expand its lead. Bremner, and just was not put in a good spot for her that time.
Just too tight, too high to the net, and Bonnie tried to do something with it, but just couldn't quite reach it.
Well, Schoenfeld couldn't handle that. 9-6. Have to wonder at any point, as finely conditioned as this team is, and they're used to playing 2-3 matches sometimes in a day when they go to a tournament. It's still the 3rd match in 4 days.
Well, they could be showing fatigue, but right now I think Christine Garner is stepping up and serving very tough.
Nikki Higley in there. Cochran for Bremner, and back to Cochran, give and go. And Lauren Kachimani not ready to check in just yet. There's Christy Cochran with Terry Zamitis. And Lindsay Anderson will replace Emily Stout. Lindsay Anderson, a 6-foot junior from Crystal Lake, Illinois. 94 kills this year. Team leader with 126 digs. Davidson outside for Carrie Downey. Carrie Downey's had an effective match for Team USA.
She's keeping them alive, I think. She's all over the court. She's digging balls. She's passing very well, and she's hitting very intelligently.
Laura Davis just replaced Val Sturck. And Laura Davis puts it in play. It's 9 serving 6. And Zamitis. So side out Penn State. And here's Terry Zamitis putting it away.
Loves to run those back slides. And it is easy to penetrate a block on those kind of attacks.
Outside for Downey. Blocked at the net, but out of bounds. Side out Team USA. So substitution now is into the match for the first time is Charlene Johnson, 5'10", setter from Las Vegas, Nevada. She will replace Penn State's Salima Davidson. Charlene Johnson, first team all-WAC conference selection in 1993 when she averaged 12.5 assists per game. She went to Brigham Young. Semitis for Bremner. Nikki Higley didn't clear the tape.
She had a hole in the block and she was going for it, but just not high enough.
10-6. Natives get a bit restless, and Russ Rose calls a timeout. 10-6, Team USA.
I believe the national team is starting to rally. They feel a little more confident, feel a little more comfortable, and you can see it in their faces. And Penn State right now is not down or not frustrated, but need to find that confidence and the fun that they were having in the first two matches.
Penn State ranked #1 in the nation, which obviously means right now they're #1 in the Big Ten. They're 4-0, in fact, in conference play, but really their chief rival in the Big Ten this year, probably Michigan State. And that's our next TV game coming up on Saturday, October 25th. The match between the Nittany Lions and their Big Ten rivals, the Spartans of Michigan State. Check your local listings for details. 10-6, Team USA here in Game 3. Penn State won the opening game 15-8, took Game 2 15-13. Team USA, though, rallying here in Game 3 with a 10-6 lead and an opportunity to expand it with Charlene Johnson serving. Bremner, Semitis. Johnson sets it up. Outside for Downey, and now it's Penn State shot at it. Nikki Higley couldn't quite make the play.
When the setter takes the first ball, she has to put it up in the air so that someone else can set that ball. And Lindsay got in there to take that ball, pushed it very far outside, and Nikki just had a lot of trouble getting outside to get that ball back in line.
So Charlene Johnson effective on her serve so far. 11-6, Team USA. Semitis, when in trouble, go to the gold mine.
That's a beautiful play. She gets up, she's got power, she knows it, she feels it and puts it away. She hits inside the right arm of the block.
And a point. So Semitis ready to put it in play. It's 11-6, Team USA. Salima Davidson back in, replacing Charlene Johnson. Oh, great effort by Christy Cochran.
That was wonderful. They saw that shot, and it was open, and Christy really hustled to get that ball up.
No, Kachimani could not get to that. Weston gets the put away and a side out. 11-6, Team USA. And serving for Team USA will be Carrie Downey.
Nice try, Marty, right here.
Just about set to put it in play. Floor is taken care of. Jump serve, and Schoenfeld handles it. And Cochran puts it away. Side out, Penn State.
It's a good side out, and no one was on the floor this time, so they can continue play without having to take the breaks to wipe up that floor, because it does get slippy.
Warren Kachimani put that away. Allison Weston, net violation on Team USA, and it's 11-7.
I think Salima's middle blocker sort of landed on her there, pushed her into the net after she set that ball.
And Bonnie Bremner gets another point off the serve, 11-8. Nick Haley doesn't like it.
He's saying that it's legal, and it's not controlled, but it is legal, and that they should have the opportunity to get a second contact on that ball.
Davidson outside for Weston with the dink. Bremner goes for Schoenfeld. 11-9, Team USA, but the Nittany Lions have run out 3 unanswered points, and the juice is back in the offense.
That's an amazing attack. She sees the hole in the block and just goes for it.
Timeout, Team USA. And Penn State really playing right now with some emotion.
Yeah, that's the kind of fun that Penn State loves to have and get fired up. And when this comes together and you see them having fun, they play very well.
You know darn well Russ Rose would love to see 6 more points up there and get a sweep out of this thing.
That would be an impressive statement to make.
This team has made a lot of statements all season long with the teams they've beaten. I mean, I mentioned...
Why stop now?
It's been an amazing year so far for the Nittany Lions. And Russ Rose, of course, what's amazing, he had just an untouchable program in the Atlantic 10, but now he's gone to the Big Ten and has been king of the hill there. You can see Coach of the Year 92, 93, 96, 2 Final Four appearances, 601 career wins, and just really one of the great guys to be around. So Russ Rose getting the job done year after year. 11-9. Penn State leads it. Excuse me, Team USA leads it in game 3, and it's 11-10. So far this season, the Nittany Lions have beaten number 8 Stanford, number 8 BYU, number 1 Stanford, number 3 Stanford, number 5 Nebraska, number 10, then ranked number 10 Texas, number 21 Ohio State, and then ranked number 10 Wisconsin. 11-10 Team USA. Penn State looking to tie here. Garner, there's Bremner. Anderson, Zamaitis just puts it over the net where Davidson's awaiting it. Outside they go for Garner. Off the touch, side out Team USA. They maintain the lead and now have an opportunity. Christine Garner trying to fire up her troops. Cochran, there's Bremner. It's Lindsay Anderson's turn. Davidson off to Valstert. Oh, what an effort there by Zamaitis, but it's a point for Team USA. So after 4 unanswered points by Penn State, they stem the tide for the moment and take a 12-10 lead. And it's Calvin Miller coming back in. Terry Zamaitis will get a break. So putting it in play now for Team USA will be Jenny Jackson. Oh, the block at the net there by Val Sturck.
That was very nicely executed, and Carrie Downing was going for it.
Miller out, Zamaitis returns. 13-10 Team USA. The momentum, the pendulum swinging back and forth. Right now, Team USA with back-to-back points. Sturck goes outside, and there's the block by Penn State. Davidson for Weston, and there is Zamaitis. And side out, Nittany Lions.
That's a great dig, and it goes up to the top of the net. Here, Christine, okay, here's the dig. Christine gets up, and she tries to push it down at an angle to avoid the block, and she just pushes it too far out of bounds.
So 10 serving 13, and it's Carrie Schoenfeld that will put it in play. Weston for Davidson. Back to Weston. And the block not effective that time between Cochran and Cacciamani, and a side out, and Allison Weston will put it in play. 13-10 Team USA.
National team serving very tough.
But Cacciamani even tougher there.
That is just an amazing play. She is an incredible athlete. She's hitting balls straight down with great velocity. She's extended. She's reaching really high. Great attack.
Garner dug out by schoenfeld. Cochran will just keep it in play. And
great
after that,
block.
there was Zamaitis along with Cochran. And there's Zamaitis again.
That's the kind of fire that Penn State needs right now, because the national team is stepping it up.
13-11, and this is how it happened.
Well set high outside. Blocks waiting for it. Penetrate over the net to put the ball down.
And a service error by Lauren Cacciamani, so a side out for Team USA. 13 serving 11. Bremner for Cochran. Team USA keeps it alive. Now Penn State has a golden opportunity for a side out. Cochran. Weston
Nice
dug
dig.
it out. Cacciamani, Schoenfeld, and almost to the upper area. 14-11, Team USA for the first time in this match has game point. Penn State won the opener 15-8, took game 2, 15-13, but now Team USA at the threshold of breaking through. Tia Bowie replaces Lauren Cacciamani for Russ Rose.
National team looking very confident.
And they hand it over on a silver platter.
They certainly do. That's a heartbreaker, and Penn State really needs to capitalize on that.
Now it's 11 serving 14. Anderson puts it in play. Davidson. And the miss by Garner. Penn State within 2, 14-12.
Lindsay Anderson is definitely the person you want to be serving right now. She's got an incredibly tough serve, and although handled very well there.
Stark misses. It's now a 1-point lead, 14-13. So 13 serving 14. This big crowd at Rec Hall enjoying every minute of this one as Kara Gaylor goes out and Jenny Jackson replaces her for Team USA. And Lindsay Anderson now waiting to serve.
Great serve, just skimming over the net.
Dug out by a Bowie. Davidson finds Weston, blocked by Zamitis. A Bowie. Bremner. They keep it alive. Bremner again. Now Davidson finds Weston back row.
Nice dig again. Got to play it out of the net. Ooh.
And Salima Davidson slows the Penn State machine for the moment. So it's game point again for Team USA.
Nice effective block by Salima Davidson. She's trying to rally her team right now. Say, hey, look, we're in the lead right now. Settle down, get control, and put the ball away.
Tia Bowie leaves. Lauren Cacciamani returns. 14 serving 13. Valerie Stark for Team USA. Rhythmic clap from this large crowd at Rec Hall. Bremner for Zamitis. Dug out there, Davidson. And Team USA captures game 3 as Jenny Jackson puts it away. And a 15-13 Team USA victory in game 3. So we swing to game 4. Penn State, for the 5th time this season, goes to a 4th game and a matchup. And game point once again.
Nice dig, nice set, and no blocks because Christy Cochran went up with Salima.
So to game 4 we go. And Mick Haley gathers his troops. And you see Russ Rose and his team gathering around.
Well, now it's truth time because both teams are playing confident. They're starting to get a flow, get a feel for one another. And this one's going to tell the tale.
Game 4 is next, coming up as Penn State with a 15-8, 15-11, 13-15. Game 4 next on the Penn State Sports Network.
Next time on Nova.
The 9-year-old boy was hit by a car.
Unprecedented access to the emergency room where a coma case unfolds.
I think we probably keep it out of our minds that an accident could happen. You know, it's not going to happen to me. And you know what? It is going to happen to you. It's going to happen to your kids.
One doctor charts a controversial new course to save lives. Coma.
Is there a better way to treat head injuries? Tuesday at 8.
There are few places left in the world that can truly be called paradise. These are the living Edens. The earth as it was thousands of years ago, untamed, undiscovered. Experience Manu, Peru's hidden rainforest, as Reader's Digest World presents The Living Edens, coming in November.
Penn Penn State's Rec Hall. Team USA feeling some momentum now after taking Game 3. Penn State won the opening 2 matchups. That fan remains confident. Rightfully so. The Nittany Lions have played well tonight, but Team USA taking Game 3, 15-13. What went right for them in Game 3 that maybe didn't go so well early in the end?
For the national team?
Yes.
Well, I think they're starting to feel a little composure. They're starting to pass well, and even though they're getting called on a few of those miscontacted overhand receives that McHaley says are legal, but they are passing better. They're getting confidence, and you can just see it in their face. They're having a little more flow in their game.
Well, they're feeling better about themselves, no question about that. We go to a 4th game. There's Penn State ready. You can see what they've done this year. The 5th time they've gone to a Game 4 this season, and so far the record, like everything else Penn State has done this season, is spotless. Now, Penn State in Game 3, the hitting percentage only 16%. Team USA's hitting percentage the same, though, right around 15%. So here we go at Game 4, and there is Salima Davidson. Enjoying her return to Rec Hall a little bit more now than she was earlier.
Indeed. She's ready to keep her team on top.
So here we go. Salima Davidson starts Game 4. And Bremner for Kachiamani, and there's Davidson waiting for it. Downey outside. Dug out there by Cochran, kept alive. Downey for Davidson. Weston blocked at the net by Lauren Kachiamani.
Slim is trying to get the ball to Allison Weston, a very big hitter. Trying to set a front 2 for that hitter to come around, hit in front of Salima.
And Downey makes her statement. Side out, Team USA.
Downey's finding a lot of power right now. She's feeling confident and knows that this team is really depending on her right now. She's been carrying them through the thick and thin.
She elevated and then fired that thing down. And in Game 4 with that kind of power, that's impressive. Bremner. This will be Carrie Schoenfeld. Outside for Lindsay Anderson and off the antenna. 1-0. Team USA jumps out in front in Game 4. So there is Carrie Weston. One more time, she'll put it in play. Or Carrie Downey, I should say. Carrie Downey, Bremner, Kachiamani goes wide, 2-0. So the crowd, sensing that the home unit may need a little extra juice, tries to come to life just a bit. Carrie Downey puts it in play. Bremner, cross-court set for Lindsay Anderson.
Lindsay is not been used as much as usual. She is very powerful, though. Very smart player. She's got long reach and very powerful legs.
Weston gives Team USA a side out, so two serving 0, and Jenny Jackson will put it in play as Allison Weston gets the job done. There's Jenny Jackson. Schoenfeld for Bremner, and Lindsay Anderson taking care of it. The net by Christine Garner.
Christine knew she had that one. It's all over the ball.
You can just see the confidence growing on Team USA. It's almost a look in the eye now of Team USA of, now this is the way it should be.
Feeling confident in their execution.
Side out Penn State. So 0 serving 3, and Lauren Kachiamani will put it in play for the Nittany Lions. Salima Davidson for Christine Garner, blocked at the net there. Weston, nice dig out there by Schoenfeld. Christy Cochran cannot put it away. Davidson goes outside for Weston. There's Kachiamani. And Penn State gets it thanks to Christy Cochran. 1 serving 3.
Very nice high reach. Stirk needs to look up right away. When she can't find the ball, she needs to look up. And that ball just, snuck by her.
And now it's 2 serving 3. Penn State looks to tie now. Kachiamani will put it in play. Davidson for Weston. Cross court. There was Bremner. Schoenfeld back to Cacciamani. And right there was Carey Downey. But it's a 3-3 tie in game 4. Just like that, Penn State seizes back to a tie.
It's good energy from both sides of the court. I see Salima really changing the direction of the ball during play. You know, once she'll set outside, and then the next ball she gets, she'll set back to help spread the Penn State block so she can get her hitters more one-on-one instead of 1 against 2. And I think that's starting to, you know, have a little play in their confidence and attack and also strategy. It's great strategy.
So on the side out, Allison Weston will put it in play. Bremner. Cochran puts it away off the block. So side out, Penn State. Now the Nittany Lions have a chance to retake the lead. 3-3, game 4. Penn State up 2-1. Christine Garner. There's Anderson. And Cacciamani finds the hole in the zone.
It's a heads-up play. The U.S. national team defense is still sitting very deep on the perimeter. And that's a very sneaky play as well. They're expecting a hard hit ball, and she just drops her elbow a little bit and squishes it in.
Penn State with 4 unanswered points. Here comes Cochran. Jackson handles that one. Davidson goes to Garner, and there's the block, and 5 unanswered points for the Nittany Lions. Terry Zomaitis puts one up on the board for Penn State. 5-3 Nittany Lions.
Terry's a very confident blocker, goes up strong and presses over the net.
Oh, nice low serve, barely cleared the tape there. Weston from the back row, missed it. 6 unanswered points. Penn State. Mick Haley calls a timeout for Team USA.
Lindsay Anderson is a great server. Anytime you get a run, this is the person that you want to be serving. She's a very aggressive, low, hard server.
Well, this was a timeout called specifically for one player. It's head coach Mick Haley and center Salima Davidson making sure they're on the same page. And speaking of pages, let's talk about the web page you can find. You can find out stats and info on the Nittany Lion volleyball team and all other intercollegiate athletic teams here at Penn State on the official website, www.psu.edu. Click on sports. They all know how to use the web. I can tell that entire crowd, every single one of them, dive right into it.
They're born with keypads in their hand, keyboards in their hand, instead of pens and pencils.
You see Team USA 12-12 in the current tour, but it should be pointed out they're 2-0 against collegiate teams. They beat Kansas State and Nebraska, and they won each of those in straight games. Not the same story here, but then a serving error by Lindsay Anderson, so the side out. It was interesting. That entire timeout, Team USA gathered around the bench. Mick Haley talked specifically to Salima Davidson. It was a one-on-one conversation away from the rest of the crew. Christine Garner out, and Kimberly Keys enters the match for Team USA. The 6-footer from Whittier, California, went to UC Santa Barbara and gets a service ace right off the top. So 4 serving 6. Kimberly Keys. All Big West selection in 1994-95. She had 1,463 career kills for the Gauchos of UC Santa Barbara. But there is Terry Zomaitis, the former Big Ten Player of the Year. He's making another statement to be that Big Ten Player of the Year.
Indeed. It's a beautiful execution on that play to go. The ball beats the block outside. Terry chases it down and hits its line.
Leilani Schottfeldt in the game for the second time in this match he's entered. And overshoots it. So 4 serving 6. Team USA with it. And Christy Cochran quickly in, and Leilani Schottfeldt will sit down. And Makisha Hurley. Here's Russ Rose. So far the battle plan has worked. Jenny Jackson out, Makisha Hurley in. Schoenfeld for Bremner. Zomaitis. There is Weston. Sturck back to Weston. Schoenfeld, Bremner. Sturck is there. Davidson for Keys. And that time Kimberly Keys reached back and fired.
Again, Salima's changing where the ball is being set. She's using back row attack now. They're really starting to get into the flow and using more play sets.
Valerie Sturck and Team USA trying to tie it here in game 4. 6-5 Penn State. Schoenfeld. There's Davidson, and there's Keys. Well, we now know the last couple of times through who the go-to person is.
Yeah, Selena says she comes in the game and she gets a kill for me. I'm going to set her again.
6-6 in game 3. Game 4. 3 unanswered points now for Team USA. Bremner, Zemaitis. Sturck keeps it alive, and Downing, illegal hit.
Carrie couldn't make up her mind on that one. At last minute, she tried to redirect the direction of the ball, or where she wanted to put it.
In a 6-6 tie in game 4. Penn State won the opener 15-8, took game 2 15-13. Team USA, though, came back and took game 3. Hurley, side out, Team USA.
Slides are very effective in the women's game. They really are. They're so explosive and so fast. It's difficult to get a block up, an effective block up against them.
And Russ Rose just with a statement to make to one of the officials. 6-6 tie, game 4. Bremner finds Schoenfeld. And on the touch, side out Penn State. Bonnie Bremner. Ooh, that serve barely cleared the tape. Weston dug out there by Cochran again, and Downey mishit it. 7-6 Nittany Lions, taking the lead again in game 4. So once again, Bonnie Bremner. What a polished player for a sophomore.
Incredibly. She's had so much experience with sports performance, junior club in Chicago, and here. She is just an amazing setter.
And, of course, in that long line of amazing setters at Penn State, Selima Davidson.
No doubt. Selima's done great things with her career and with her teams, and she's led them to great things. Wonderful personality and leader on the team, on the court.
Those type of sets there sent Penn State to 2 Final Fours. Bremner for Schoenfeld. Cross court, there's Downing. Christine Garner. And a side out for Penn State. No touch there. So 7 serving 6. Nittany Lions by 1. Game 4. Carrie Schoenfeld. There's Weston for Davidson. Back to Weston. Oh, Zemaitis fought it off, but it sails into the crowd. So a side out for Team USA. So Lakeisha Hurley. Bremner outside for Cochran. Firing on all cylinders.
Very aggressive line shot.
And Tia Bowie, back row specialist, will check in for Lauren Cacciamani. Third time T's been in the match. Break for Lauren Cacciamani, who's been effective all night long. Cacciamani with 9 kills in this match. To go with 8 blocks. So side out, Team USA.
That was a beautiful play. Slim set called a tandem where there's 2 hitters coming to the same spot. So it's the second hitter to delay the block and puts it away.
And there, waiting Zemaitis, Val Sturck. 7-7, game 4. This has been a wonderful match.
Very intense. Great things we've seen, and as far as the national team, we've seen them come together much more than in the beginning.
On the side out. 7-7 tie. Now keep in mind, this is an exhibition match. It won't count on the record either way for Penn State. Downey. There's Davidson for Christine Garner, and Lindsay Anderson can't handle that bullet, and it's a side out Team USA in a 7-7 game 4 tie. Penn State up 2 games to 1.
Take a ball here now, come on.
Christine Garner. Bremner for Zemaitis. Penn State keeps it alive. Cochran just gets it over the net. Davidson for Sturck. Dug out by Anderson. Zamitis wanted it. Bremner delivered it. And a side out for Penn State.
Defense is so important. Lindsay Anderson made a great dig. Ball went straight to target where Bonnie can set her middle attacker quickly. And that's just the way volleyball should be. Quick transition and good defense and good ball control.
No real momentum right now. Wes Rose making those notes. 7-7 tie. Game 4. Davidson, she'll take it herself. She's rarely gone to that move. That's why the timing of it was so important.
Yes, Lehman knows when to pull out the tricks.
Side out, Team USA.
What do you got Mickey on? What do you got Mickey on?
And a substitution as Lauren Kachimani will come in and Tia Bowie will sit down. So here we go. Tia Bowie talking it over with head coach Wes Rose. Carrie Schoenfeld for Bonnie Bremner. Back to Carrie.
Big swing, dug up nicely.
Bremner for Schoenfeld again. And on the touch. Side out Penn State. Still 7-7. Waiting for someone in game 4 to take control.
Carrie's come through with some very big plays, and notice how Penn State really celebrates when they get a point or something good happens to try and carry that momentum.
Carrie Downey creates another side out. And now we talk about the pendulum swinging back and forth. Right now it's still in the center.
Each team battling for side out.
Zamitis, Schoenfeld keeps it alive. Chance for Team USA with Allison Weston. There's Anderson. Bremner to the scoring table. Zamitis clears it. Weston for Downey. Blocked and out of bounds. 8-7 Team USA.
Well, Mick Haley, you ever wonder, he comes in here, what he's been thinking about?
Number one, what he's seeing on the other side of the net.
Well, I think that's probably why he's doing this collegiate tour, you know, to help his team build up some experience and chemistry through playing time. And also, he's planning on winning the next Olympics. He's building his team now, starting as soon as 96 Olympics is over. You start over. And these girls on both sides of the net may be on that team.
After the service ace by Davidson, Penn State gets a side out. So Team USA with back-to-back points to make it 9-7. Now the Nittany Lions have to create some opportunities on their own.
Incredible dig. Great hustle. Puts the ball up high and just deflects. No one can get to that.
Bonnie Bremner has been effective with her serve tonight. Davidson. Downey. Oh, the effective block by Kachimani. And Penn State climbs to within one. 9-8 Team USA. Bonnie Bremner again. Kept that alive there, and Hurley taking care of it at the net. And we're in a 9-9 tie.
A little miscommunication. Who wants to take that ball?
Well, Mick Haley wants to know how many timeouts he has remaining. He's not going to use one here, though. Bremner. Davidson for Weston. A good dig out by Cochran again. Schoenfeld. Blocked at the net. Dive by Zamitis. They can't keep it alive. Side out Team USA. 9-9. Game 4. Penn State leads it. Winning the opening game 15-8. Game 2, Penn State won 15-13. Game 3, Team USA broke through 15-13, and now we're 9-9. Mick Haley's team with the serve in Game 4. Jump serve by Carrie Downey. Bremner selects Schoenfeld. Bremner. Lindsay Anderson. There's Val Sturck. Now Penn State with a golden chance here. Bremner. Kachimani. Saved by Sturck. Zamitis. There's Kachimani.
Oh.
Handcuffs Salima. Side out, and now the Nittany Lions have a chance to take the lead.
Good perseverance by Penn State. because it was a long rally. A lot of things were happening, and it was very good to hit that.
Net violation on Team USA, and Mick Hurley does not like that call at all. And Salima Davidson now graphically trying to illustrate what happened at the net. But the bottom line is Penn State leads 10-9 here in Game 4, and the Nittany Lions now at 3 unanswered points. Mick Haley is adamant in his argument here. I mean, he jumped off the bench the moment that was called. Schoenfeld puts it in play. Weston for Davidson. Downey off the touch, side out, Team USA. And Jen Jackson will come back in. Lakeisha Hurley will sit down. There's Carrie Downey. And there is Jenny Jackson who will serve for Team USA. And Hurley heads to the bench. 10-9, Nittany Lions, Game 4.
All you have to do is do a good game.
So Salima having a few laughs, as always.
They're great personality on court and off, of course. Wonderful person and wonderful leader.
Good job by Carrie Downey there. Davidson goes cross court on the set to Garner, but there is Schoenfeld. Cacciamani can't put it away. Davidson for Garner. Oh, at the net, Lauren Cacciamani!
Oh! She runs back to serve. With authority. She gets up and presses. Good night.
A sophomore from Paramus, New Jersey. Christine Garner, cross court. There is Schoenfeld. Cacciamani keeps it alive. Weston. Bremner. Lindsay Anderson. Davidson saves it. Downey, can she clear it? No. 11-9. Penn State.
We're really playing some ball now. We're getting great plays, great defensive plays, great hustle from both sides of the net right now. It is a battle.
Timeout, Team USA. Something tells me, Leanne, that both teams are getting a lot out of this.
I believe so. I think the national team is seeing what their weaknesses are and understanding what they need to do to be better. And the Penn State team is just going with the chemistry that they've had all year, having fun with it, and learning what it's like to play at an international level.
Russ Rose is surrounded in that huddle right now by believers, because he's put this team together, and he has a team that's committed to doing it his way, and he knows how to take a team to the promised land. 11-9, Penn State leads in Game 4. Team USA, though, trying to rally back. There's Salima Davidson. Well, you can see for the most part, they've been standing during timeouts. Yes, every once in a while, even someone with a Michigan hat is allowed to get into rec hall. Although Scott Dreisbach's sister plays for Team USA. All put up. Bremner for Christy Cochran. Lindsay Anderson continues an effective night as Jenny Jackson cannot handle it. 12-9, Penn State.
She's hitting that ball low to the net on the inside of the block, straight toward the left back defender on the U.S. team, but she's drilling it. She's got a lot of heat on that ball.
Outstanding night for Lauren Cacciamani. Those two numbers right there lead Penn State. 15 kills, 10 blocks. Garner and Bremner can't handle that hot shot. And a side out, Team USA. I mentioned Scott Dreisbach's sister. Scott Dreisbach is the backup quarterback to Brian Greasy at Michigan. And his sister Molly Dreisbach was an all-Southeastern Conference performer at Kentucky and now is on Team USA. Davidson for Stirk, but there is Anderson. Bremner, Cochran. Anderson, Bremner, another chance. Here they come. It's Cochran again. Side out, Penn State.
Great attack. I think the national team needs to move their block and block cross court. However, they've been changing it because Penn State was getting some kills down the line, and now they're hitting cross court. So they're really showing their versatility.
12-9. Lauren Cacciamani and Penn State lead Game 4. Davidson takes it herself. Second time she's gone to that here in Game 4. After going to it only once previously in the first 3 games. 9 serving 12 for Team USA. Christine Garner will put it in play.
Great pass by Carrie Schoenfeld.
And Christy Cochran with the bullet that Laura Davis could not handle.
Christy's got great technique and great explosive athletic ability.
And Leilani Schlotfeld in. Christy Cochran will sit down. And Leilani will be the one to put it in play. Downing to the floor to get that one. Sturck. Oh, there's Anderson, but it sails wide. Side out, Team USA. And Jen Jackson will come back in for Laura Davis. Well, Lindsay Anderson watches Davis leave. 9 serving 12 in game 4. Valerie Sturck. 6'2" from Byron Center, Michigan, puts it in play. Zamaitis. Jackson's there. Zamaitis. Missed it. 12-10. Went delicate the first time, went power the second time.
She saw the back end of the court open and tried to hit that and just went a little too deep. It was a good effort, though.
Well, Russ Rose calls a timeout. A lot of advantages calling a timeout when your team's in front. You can look at them and say, look, we're in front. This is what we need to do. He really is the orchestrator.
It is. If you're down, it gives you a chance to settle. If you're down and you call a timeout, it's trying to break the momentum of the other team. And right now we're battling, and the coaches are trying to get involved. Or they are involved, no doubt.
12-10, Penn State leads in game 4. The Nittany Lions took game 1 15-8 after building up a 10-1 lead. Then Russ Rose, who picked up career win number 600 when his team defeated Illinois on Friday night, saw his team win game 2 15-13. Team USA took game 3 15-13, but here in game 4 it's 12-10 Penn State. Team USA with Valerie Sturck serving. Bremner, and the choice is Cacciamani, but this time the block. Davidson and Jackson combining. 12-11 Penn State. Bremner selects Zamaitis. And it went wide, and we're tied at 12. 3 unanswered points now for Team USA. And Penn State calls its final timeout. Well, Russ Rose, Leanne, is not going to allow this one to get away. He's going to make sure he imparts whatever he can give to him at this point. It's 12-12, and one of them is 3 points away from taking game 4. Penn State 3 points away from winning it. Team USA 3 points away from game 5.
This will be a good test to Penn State to be able to handle pressure. High intense pressure situation against the national team when you have an opportunity to win the match and not give them the momentum by winning the 4th game.
Penn State is 8th in the nation in attendance, and a large crowd out to see an exhibition matchup between Penn State and Team USA in Rec Hall. Russell Rose's team gets more popular around here with each passing season. Bonnie Bremner, Carrie Schoenfeld with a rocket.
That's incredible power. Beautiful set all the way from the other side.
Unfortunately, a net ball on the serve by Terry Zamaitis. Fortunate for Team USA, they get a side out without having to work for it. Cochran for Bremner. The choice is Schoenfeld. Bremner saved it. Davidson for Allison Weston, and on the touch, it's 13-12. Nope, side out. Side out, Penn State. Bonnie Bremner was mentioned a couple of times. Very effective with her serve tonight. Davidson, Allison Weston. Bremner for Cacciamani, and a 13-12 Penn State lead.
Very smart shot. Right now, she just sees that open, and Bonnie knows where to put that ball for her. Got great chemistry between setter hitter.
Keisha Hurley has replaced Jenny Jackson. Allison Weston. Schoenfeld. Well, somebody had to put it over. Davidson selects Weston. Blocked by Cacciamani. This time they go the other way to Downey, and she finds the hole.
Another smart shot by Carrie Downing. She's really a heads-up ball player.
12 serving 13. Carrie Downey will put it in play for Team USA, trying to tie it up here in game 4. Penn State leads 2-1. On the jump serve, not much steam to it. Plenty of steam on the Schoenfeld put away, though. Side out Penn State. So Carrie Schoenfeld. 13-12 Nittany Lions. Davidson chooses Garner. The block. And side out, Team USA off the touch.
The crowd is very unhappy with the hands call.
Oh, the bench. Oh, did they want that? Nikki Higley.
No, I can't believe it.
Bremner, the choice is Cochran.
Very smart shot by Christie. She's feeling it. Just wipe that shot off the block, out of bounds.
Lauren Cacciamani with a 13-12 Penn State leading game 4. Davidson goes to Allison Weston. The block by Lindsay Anderson, and it's match point.
That was beautiful. Beautiful domination at the net.
Garner, block!
Oh,
put it in the back pocket of the Nittany Lions. Team USA falls to Penn State in 4.
Beautiful team effort from Penn State. Beautiful intensity, concentration, confidence, and chemistry.
What a sensational performance against an outstanding team in Team USA. Selima Davidson hugs Russ Rose. Oh, the emotion of that moment between those two, Russ Rose and Selima Davidson. And they're a joyous Penn State Nittany Lion volleyball team. And there's Mick Haley. What a lot of class. Goes right up to them and tells them how well they played.
Well, he's looking at who he's going to be recruiting.
15-8, 15-13, 13-15, 15-12. The story is Penn State. And for Leanne Kling, I'm Steve Jones saying so long from Rec Hall. Once again, the Nittany Lions win it 3-1. You'll be watching Nittany Lion volleyball on the Penn State Sports Network.
This is a nightly business report news brief.
When business is growing.
The BYU Cougars have made it to the big dance, and they did it the hard way by shocking #1 UCLA